Hey guys, Uwais here from BlueFx, and today we're going to be talking about a really important topic when it comes to not only filmmaking but also videography, as well as especially here on YouTube, and that is writing scripts for videos. Should you or should you not, and how do you actually do it? So scripts are really good for filmmaking as well as video making on YouTube because they provide balance and structure to all of the thoughts going on in your crazy little mind. Oftentimes we have an idea for a video and we have all these points that we want to mention, but we don't write them down, we don't provide structure to our brain. We hit record, we start saying things, we start rambling, we start going all over the place with our thoughts, we stop recording, we go to edit, we realize we've messed up half the things we want to say, our point is now different, and the dreaded feeling of missing out something after you've packed away all of your filmmaking equipment hits us hard, and no one wants that. Let's be honest. No one does. So script writing will actually give you a solution to this problem. Now you have to decide whether you want to do a full word for word script or you want to do something on the lines of making just some bullet points and a basic outline for your videos. So let's talk about the pros and cons of both of these methods, starting with a word for word script. Now a word for word script, I would say, is especially helpful for beginners because when you start out, you're not that confident in front of a camera. By the way, we do have a video on how to become more confident in front of the camera, which you can check out. I'm sure it'll be linked on screen and down in the description, but you aren't that confident when you are a beginner and you don't have your words flowing as well as you do when you are a bit more experienced. And so writing down a word for word script that you can just have off to the side and just quickly reference might be useful. I mean, you might have to memorize those paragraphs and memorize your entire script, but it will give you a better flow and a more natural way, especially if you write it in your natural speaking style. The cons for this is that writing a word for word script is a bit time consuming as it takes long to type out the whole thing, and you do need to spend a bit of time actually memorizing it, or it's kind of a waste of time. But still, writing a word for word script definitely is the way to start. When I started just making YouTube videos, I started writing full word for word scripts, and eventually as I got a bit more confident, I would go off of script a bit more and I would start ignoring it a bit more, and I would come out at the end of that with a product that I actually liked. And nowadays, especially for something like this video, I've just written out a bullet point thing that's on my side over here, and I just look and reference the bullet points and I know what to say because I'm more confident at just, vocalizing my thoughts and things like that, and you will be too, as well as you just get started with something. The next method which you can start with, or which you can use when you're a bit more experienced, is writing an outline. Now an outline can consist of just bullet points with the most important points that you want to hit in your video, things such as you need to say this, you need to say this, you need to say this, or you can maybe have a couple of headings: intro, middle section, outro, and you can just have some of the basic points that you want to make inside of your video. The pros to this is that it's really quick. You just type out a quick thing. You can even write it on pen and paper. It's really easy to use because you can just have it off screen and you can just look at it and in an instant see the bullet points and tick them off. And when you're wrapping up your video, you can quickly do a quick check and check, hey, I've knocked off that point, I've knocked off that point, I've knocked off that point, and essentially you're crossing out all of those ideas in your mind so that when you actually stop recording, pack away everything and start editing, you realize that you've hit every single point that you want to make and your video is wrapped up nicely. The cons for this, or not really the cons, but something that I would warn you against is that a lot of times it is difficult to just flow with your speech, especially if you're a beginner and you're just starting out. Sitting in front of the camera, like I mentioned earlier with our video about the fear of sitting in front of a camera, it can be a little daunting. And sitting with not a full script and just a couple of words, you may have one line and you try and say that line, and now you have to fill in the rest and actually flesh that idea out without having a script to base that off of. It needs to just come from here. So I would say give it a shot, try it out, try the bullet point thing, try the word for word thing. It depends on what level you are in your filmmaking or YouTube journey, and see which one works best for you, but definitely write some kind of script because it is invaluable as a resource, because without it, even me, I just feel lost, I just feel lost in my thoughts, and I often don't come out at the end with something that I'm proud of or something that I even want to post. But speaking about writing, where can you write it? Obviously, the easiest place is pen and paper. If you're writing a full word for word script, this may take a bit long, but if you're writing bullet points, pen and paper is easy. A next program that almost everybody has is a type of word program such as Microsoft Word, Apple Pages, things like that. Just write out a bullet point script, write out a full script if you want, have it on your phone, have it on your monitor, have it somewhere close by off screen that you can quickly reference without it being obvious. Even if you pause in between and just cut that out in editing, that's perfectly okay as well. But anyway guys, I hope this video benefited you. I hope you learned something about scripting and about YouTube videos, and I hope you're gonna try it. If you are new to the YouTube game and you want to see some or download some products and things that may help you along, such as templates and intros and outros and lower thirds and all things like that, we have them on our BlueFx site in multiple different formats and different programs such as PowerPoint and After Effects, Premiere Pro, etc. So definitely check those out. We do have a bunch of tutorials on this channel that are designed to help you as well, so watch those. And if you are a fan of the videos that we are making, definitely subscribe. I mean, it costs you nothing and you'll be alerted, especially if you click the bell icon whenever we post a new video. Definitely like this video as well. Follow us on our social media. Everything is linked below for your convenience, and I'll see you in the next one.